yeah, here we go, Tuesday. I'm Coach Skip at Wildfire CrossFit, and I've got your at-home workout or your CrossFit workout. And so I said it yesterday, but let's keep it going today. If you haven't had a chance, do something today to spread a little positivity, a little joy, a little love. Call that friend that you need to check in on that you haven't talked to for a while. Help somebody out with something. Just do something nice for somebody else that's not expected, and go out of the way to do something nice and kind for somebody else. And the more we spread it, the better it's going to be. So for the warm-up today, here's what we're going to get into. We got a 5-minute AMRAP. So you're going to do as many rounds as possible in 5 minutes, and you're going to start with a 200-meter run. If you know that distance, head out on it. Otherwise, you can do a 1-minute run in place. Just get those arms and legs moving together. Or you can always go 30 seconds out and 30 seconds back again. When you're running in place, stay on your toes and really get this going. Make sure you're moving here so you can get that heart rate up, get a sweat going, and get those lungs burning here. Then we're going to go an air squat broad jump. And so do that broad jump and then air squat. And then turn around, do another broad jump, and then an air squat. And so you're going to do 10 of those and just back and forth on those air squat broad jumps. Then we're going to do a PVC shoulder pass through. So grab your broom handle. If you don't have a broom handle, a PVC, or any kind of a stick, then just grab a towel, get those hands wide, and just over the top. And as you go through this, walk your hands in and really work on keeping those arms straight so you get those shoulders opened up every time. Then we're going to go behind the neck, snatch grip press. So you're going to have those hands so that when they come down, it's going to fall right at about the crease of your hips. And as you get in here, just press overhead and right back down. And just 10 times. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can get into the bottom of the squat and do the same thing just to get those hips opened up at the same time. Then finally, you're going to finish up with 10 snatch balance. So on that snatch balance, you're going to start with your feet right underneath your hips in that jumping position. Get a little dip and drive. Get that lockout at the top. Stand all the way up and right back down. Again, bars on your back, little dip and drive, move those feet, stand up, and right back down. And what we're working on here is getting speed under the barbell. So we want to see quick feet. Again, move those feet from jumping to landing, and really make sure you pick your knees up and pull them to your chest, because gravity is going to be the fastest way to drop. And right up. Right up. So that is your warm-up. Get a good pace going through this. It's only 5 minutes, and so that way you're really able to get warmed up and get a good sweat going the entire time. Then for strength today, we've got a complex, and this is going to be 1 snatch high pull, 1 snatch, and 1 overhead squat. And so and that is going to be 1 rep, and we're doing about 6 sets of 1 rep here. And so that bar is going to start at that mid shin. Really make sure you push those knees out, keep those heels and those feet flat on the ground. As you're coming up, you're pulling those knees back and then driving that bar up, getting that high pull. Then you're going to go into that snatch. Then you're going to finish with an overhead squat. One more time, I'll go through all that. First, I'm going to go through at full speed, and then I'll break it down for you a little bit. And so, starting on the ground, you're going to go high pull, then you're going to go snatch, then you're going to go overhead squat. And so, that is 1 time through that complex, and you're going to do 1 rep at a time. Now, on that snatch high pull, make sure as you get in here, as you're standing up, you're pushing those knees back. Once you get that bar above your knees, that's where that high pull really comes in. Keep it close to your body the entire time. The further away you get from the body, the less control you're going to have on that barbell. Then Then you want the exact same motion on that snatch where you're pushing those knees back, keeping it close, getting underneath it and stand up. And yes, we'd like to see a full squat on that snatch, but the biggest thing here is standing where you land. And what I mean by that is when you get in here and you get that drop, even if you're not quite below parallel, just stand up versus getting that drop to here and then following it down. And the reason we want that is because we want to work. We're already going to be doing the overhead squat for that full squat in there. And that way you're practicing hitting that one spot and standing up and out of it, and you're going to get faster under the bar. And that's what we're looking for, speed under the bar every single time. So one more time from the ground, snatch high pull, snatch, overhead squat. Now, if you've got lighter weight or you don't have a barbell and you're using a dumbbell, there's an alternative here for you. And first of all, if you're doing this with lighter weight, you can go through this complex about 1 rep every 2.5 minutes and keep that going. If you're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you're going to do 2 alternating snatches, 2 front squats, and then 2 alternating overhead squats. So I'll show that to you. So again, butt down, chest up. You're going to explode through, get that quick flick overhead, then switch arms for that second one, then bring that back down to the rack position, do a front squat, switch sides, front squat, then go overhead, overhead squat, switch sides, overhead squat. So that is going to be 1 time through that same complex. And again, if you do that every 2.5 minutes for 17.5 minutes, you're going to get some good rounds in there, really get some good range of motion, and make sure you're making it challenging. And if you need to add a rep or 2 to make it challenging, that's great. Just make sure you're working for about a minute or less, and then you have a good 90 seconds to rest every single round. One more time through, alternating snatch, right arm, then left arm, then front squat, switch arms, front squat, then overhead, right arm, and then left arm. And that's 1 time through that complex. Finally, for the workout today, we've got what's called running Isabel. Yesterday we did Jackie, which is a benchmark workout. This is a variation on a benchmark workout. So you're going to be doing, so the Isabel is actually 30 snatches for time. You can power snatch, you can squat snatch, totally your choice on this. However, with running Isabel, we're going to do an 800-meter run. So if you've got the distance, great, go for it. If you don't have the distance, but you've got a rower and you want to do a 1,000-meter row, that's totally fine. Or do 4 minutes of running in place or some kind of cardio. So if that's running 2 minutes out and 2 minutes back again, running in place, you can do vertical jumps, you can do speed skaters, you can do mountain climbers, whatever you need to get that lung capacity and that lung burn that we're looking for before we get into the snatch. And you should be able to keep working for that entire 4 minutes as far as that cardio goes. Then we'll do 30 snatch. So again, grab that barbell, and from the ground, you are either going to power snatch and keep that motion going, or do a squat snatch if you need to. Just make sure you go back down to the ground every single time for those 30 reps. Once you finish, you're going to head out on another 800-meter run or a 1,000-meter row or 4 minutes of cardio. So whatever you did in the beginning, you can do it again at the end, because that's what they're going to be doing with the run. Then the other piece here, and that is the workout. 800-meter run, 30 snatch, 800-meter run, 4 time, that's it. Now, If you're limited on weight, you have a lighter weight barbell, you don't quite have, you've got the strength to be able to do those 30 snatch at the 135 and 95. If you're just limited on the weights that you've got, you can always increase the number of reps. And if you really want to get technical with it, you can multiply 30 by your prescribed weight and then divide the weight that you've got so you know exactly how many reps you should be doing. If you just want to make it simple, you can up it to 45 snatches instead of just doing the 30. Or if you've only got a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can go 60 total alternating snatches. And so again, using that dumbbell or kettlebell, you're going to explode through and just switch arms every time. Alternate that arm. Make sure you get that good flick overhead. So running Isabel, 4-time, 800-meter run, 30 snatches, 800-meter run, or do the cardio in place if you don't have the distance marked off, or with the lighter weight, you've got those variations there. So have fun with this one. Make sure you record your score. Again, this is a benchmark. It's something we will do again at some point. And make sure you're getting better and constantly improving. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Again, spread some positivity, spread some joy, love, whatever it is. It's the only way we're all going to be better is being stronger together. So thanks a lot, guys. Coach Skip signing off. We will see you soon.